Well, as you already know, my name's Kylie, and the other three people here, these are some people on my team. Austin, Karen, he is my co-founder along with Tom. And then DJ and Danielle are both awesome developers as well. So we're excited to have them join us today as we kind of show you the platform.
Sweet. Thank you.
So I don't know how much Tom has told you about the platform, but we have been going for a couple years, and this year we completely redid the entire event pages experience because we have had a lot of awesome feedback from multiple customers, and we wanted to make it the ideal registration experience for people. And we wanted to take the registration experience from just being a good experience to being one that's really fantastic, both for the event planner and for the event attendee. And so everything I'm going to show you here today is going to be kind of Event Penguin focused, which isn't the normal conversation for these webinars. Usually we give you more tips on how to plan your events. I mean, there will be some of that in there because you'll see how easy and slick it can be with Event Penguin, but we are going to kind of show off our platform a little bit. So I hope that's okay. And just show you how Event Penguin can really take your events to the next level and create that seamless, frictionless experience for your people, for the people that you're planning events for. So how much experience, Tobin, do you have with events? Have you run events before?
I mean, I have, but as you might recall from our texting, they give me a lot of anxiety and I don't like to do them. And I've been lately defaulting to just doing Zoom meetings instead of in person, which is really not, I mean, the point of Utah Blockchain Coalition is to really kind of build a community, right? So it's not the best long-term strategy. So that's why I'm excited you guys are doing this.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of work hand in hand with you because I know events can be like a really scary process, but at least on the registration side, we wanted to take that and make it super simple so that you can run both in-person and hybrid and virtual events. I think it's awesome you're still doing Zoom events, but like you said, one of the key elements and one of the most important things about running events is building that community and that brand. And so with Utah Blockchain Coalition, as you're trying to do that, I think doing some more in-person events will be really awesome. And I'm excited to help you because it doesn't have to be as difficult as I think a lot of tools make it out to be, you know what I mean? So we wanted to make, at least on the registration part, cut out the friction there. So there are some traditional event registration challenges that we have noticed in the industry. Usually it's a really complex registration process, or there's limited customization options for people who want to brand their events or make it more personal. As you know, there's a lot of registration companies out there. I'm sure it's hard to like nail down one, but there are a lot of them out there that have really high fees, or maybe they only have some of the tools that you need, and maybe they have a poor mobile experience or limited insights or whatever it may be. There's lots of registration challenges that can happen. So I've listed obviously a lot of them here, 11 that we have found and that we're trying really hard to combat and make sure that we give you a good experience in these areas. We don't want to be another headache tool. We want to be something that's really helpful. We want to be flexible. We want to be frictionless. We want to make sure that our customer support is top notch, that there is all the ticketing options that you want and the customization that you want, and just a really, really simple registration experience. So in order to do that, we built our MVP and we tested it out with customers. We had some really good feedback, like I said, and we learned exactly what people do and don't want. And then we have just released our version 2. So we have 2 elements to Event Penguin, and I think you've already logged in and kind of seen some of that. But we have the dashboard side, which is like the event creator side, which is where you actually get in and create your event page that you can send out to people. And then we have the registration page, which is what you send to your attendees to invite them to come in. So on the dashboard side, we just made sure everything was super seamless so that you can create events in seconds instead of weeks. and it immediately publishes, and there's lots of customization and really awesome features in there. I'm not going to dive into features today. It's really pretty simple, and you can dive in and experiment and play around, but it has everything from speakers, sponsors, agendas, sessions, and more. But it's really simple, and the actual event creation process, like I said, can take seconds instead of weeks, months, whatever. And there's a lot of awesome ways to edit event details. And we just made a lot of updates to that dashboard to make it a really good experience for the event creator. And then on the registration side, the event pages, we wanted a super fresh, simple design that would be so easy for people to be able to check out and register for their event, that no one gets caught up in the small details. Someone gets on, they see the details for your event, they see the branding, they see all the beautiful visuals that you've put on, the description, and then they can instantly register with one-click registration, which is super awesome. We like to describe it as a delightful attendee experience because we want people to actually come to your event, right? We want people to register.
Totally.
So this is kind of what we have been working on here at Event Penguin. We wanted to create a fresh way to create events. There's a lot of old tech out there, a lot of clunky and hard to use event sites. And we just, like I said, everything we're doing here is to make it seamless and a good experience both for you and for the people attending your events. So you can create beautiful event pages. It's really flexible registration. You get to control the content you want to add. You get a lot of customization with ticketing. You can add multiple passes. So for this event that we're doing upcoming in January, it's just a free event. So we're probably just going to put one pass out there. But I know as you're getting into events, it may get more complicated, right? You may do some paid events, or maybe you do an event where you want to offer early bird access, and then you want to offer VIP experience and stuff like that. So we have created a really simple system that allows you to completely customize and add as many passes as you want to one event with different numbers, different customization options there. So it's just really, really simple for you. And then you can collect that on the back end of the dashboard and see who's coming, what kind of pass they have, how many were sold of each pass and things like that. So it's very, very simple, but powerful, which is really awesome. Another thing that we love to talk about with Event Penguin is we wanted to make it collaborative, because like this event we're doing in January, we're going to have 3 companies working on the same event. And you probably are collaborating with lots of different people, being Utah Blockchain Coalition. I'm sure that you are chatting with lots of Web3 people and wanting to throw events with those kind of people. So we wanted it to be really effective so you can share the workload and get people in there. So there's lots of options in there for you to be able to add members and collaborate in different ways, which is super helpful. Okay, on our next page, this is going to be a video showing you how easy it is to actually create an event. Like I said, it's supposed to be a frictionless event creation process. So I'm going to hit that and there's going to be sound. So just FYI.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
So I don't use Google Meets. So I don't use this platform as often.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing. I see that you're presenting, but I don't
see my screen.
A presentation. I just see.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that.
No, I didn't know if that was my fault, or I didn't know if it was something I did, or.
I don't think so. Google sometimes struggles. Let me try again. Was everyone else seeing my screen?
I was seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like
what kind of device are you using by chance?
Sometimes it struggles. I'm on Firefox using my MacBook Pro.
Okay, Firefox might be the issue there.
Here, I can see it now, though.
You can see it?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, awesome.
Google's bad at programming for
about
Firefox.
That.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, not your fault at all. I should have checked and made sure that everyone could see what I was
presenting. Like I said,
I'm so sorry.
Not use this one.
And as you can see here, it looks lovely, and you're like, no.
I mean, your picture looks lovely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, well, this next screen is going to be a video all about how to create an event in minutes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're diving into the world of event planning using Event Penguin. Whether you're organizing a small gathering or a large-scale event, Event Penguin makes the process seamless and efficient. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through the steps to create an event quickly and effortlessly using our platform. If you haven't already, head over to the Event Penguin website and sign up for an account. If you're a returning user, simply log in using your credentials. Once you're logged in, hit Create an Event. Here you'll find all the tools you need to craft your event from start to finish. Click on the Create New Event button to get started. Begin by entering essential event details like the event name, the date, time, and location of your event, and make sure to add a captivating description that will attract attendees. This event creation page is also where you can set up ticketing and registration, and we offer a variety of custom ticketing options to suit all your needs. After you have successfully put in all of the information and created your event, you can then manage your event details effortlessly, and you can even customize it further with so many amazing options. Once your event registration is how you want it, you can then spread the word. You can share your Slick registration page with anyone you choose or even embed it onto your own website. Creating an event with Event Penguin is a breeze. From initial setup to attendee registration, our platform streamlines the entire process, which saves you time and effort. If you found this tutorial helpful on how to create an event using Event Penguin, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips.
Okay, so that's just kind of a brief snippet of what the event creation process looks like. But as you can see, there's lots of options to customize it, but the actual event creation process, we wanted to really simplify and make it so that you can do it in minutes. The main things that you put in there obviously are going to be event name, date, time, and then descriptions and images. You can put logos in there, you can add speakers, you can add agendas and all that afterwards. But the main things you want to get in there in order to publish and start being able to let people register to it can be done in just a few seconds, which is super awesome.
Yeah, perfect. And when and that was one of my questions that I wanted to start addressing with you,
Yeah.
so we can get it on the agenda, and then we can add and edit later.
Yes.
How quickly does the edits? I mean, can you make an edit in the back on the back end or whatever, and then it appears immediately? How does that work?
It's instantaneous. So as soon as you change something and you save it, it will automatically go onto that page that's already been published. So people can see those changes in real time, which is pretty essential. We wouldn't want to wait hours or whatever for every change. So yeah, if you're adding an image, a speaker, or whatever. As far as the event that we are planning goes, I have already created a template for us. Then all we need to do is we need to go in there and add some branding and imagery that are interesting, and obviously a description, because there's going to be 3 parts to our event and we're going to be talking about kind of differing things. But I already have the template out there ready to go. So that event has already been published technically. People don't know about it, so they can't register to it. But if they did, then they could already start registering. So yeah, that it can update it will update in real time, to answer your question.
Cool.
Yep. On top of updating in real time, I just want to add, it's using some of the latest web tech. So it also has great SEO. So you really want to push your SEO side of things for your event. You can add more detailed descriptions in, and your page should appear decently well in Google search results.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions based on the actual event creation portion?
Not right now. I'm sure I'll have more for you later.
Yeah, perfect.
Down to it.
Awesome. So the next step, obviously, after you've created a beautiful event page, is to actually get it out there to people and send it to people and have them being able to register. Like I said, we wanted to make a registration process that was smooth as butter. We didn't want any hiccups. We didn't want people abandoning checkout. We didn't want people feeling like they had to sell an arm and a leg in order to come to your event. And so we did add one-click registration. People can either create an account if they want to, or they can check out as a guest, which is that one-click registration. So they just put their name and their email for free passes. Obviously, if it's paid, you have to put your card information in there. But it's very, very seamless. So there's no abandoning checkout happening there. It's just that one-click registration. We wanted to demystify that registration experience for attendees and really ensure a smooth experience so they actually come to your events. And I'm going to show you a little clip. This one doesn't have any sound.
And tricks on event
Sorry. Try to go to the next page here.
planning. Thanks for
Doesn't want to let me. Hold on.
Hey everyone.
Okay, how do I get to? There we go. This is the registration experience. So when someone comes to the event page, let me go back a little bit here. When someone comes to this event page, they can click on this Get Passes up at the top, or they can scroll down and read through the description and then Get Passes. This Get Passes button is just going to take them to whatever passes you have set up on the registration page. As you can see here for this event, this is today's event. There was only one pass. All they have to do is click register. You can decide if you want to make it an unlimited pass or if you want to limit it down and show, hey, there's only this much left, which can cause that urgency for someone to register. So they hit this register button here. And then this is the simple registration experience. They put in their information so that they can get their pass, obviously first name, last name, and email. And then they go ahead and register, like on here. And they quickly have everything they need. That pass or ticket will be sent to them via email, as well as they can access it if they do create an account. They can access it here and see it's a QR code. We also have awesome check-in experience. So if you are ever doing a more complicated event where you want people to actually check in and scan their QR codes, we made a really awesome process for you to be able to do that. Again, in that event creator dashboard, that's one of the tools that you have there to check people in and then see who actually came versus who registered. So that can be really helpful as well. So it's a very simple registration experience, but powerful because it actually converts people to coming to your event, which is awesome. Any questions on registration, Tobin?
I noticed you had mentioned that it shows how many are left. So that I think is super rad, right?
Yeah.
Did I understand that correctly? So, and then does it show if we have, and actually this will be a question for you guys, the event planner part, but like the question is, you know, the question that'll come up is how many people can fit in your, like in your space? Like, is there one space that you guys have, since we'll actually be not only utilizing your, you know, your tool, but we'll also be utilizing the nerd space.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is enough space for say 100 people, will it show like after Kylie and Tobin registers, oh, that's a beautiful bracelet. Wow. My 4-year-old just made a friendship bracelet.
That's so cute. I love that.
So will it show, okay, 98 spots left, or will it only show, is there a way to only show once there's like 20 spots left or a certain percentage left?
So as of right now, it's going to be very literal. It's going to say there's 98 spots left. But that's an interesting idea of allowing you to set, hey, I only want it to show that we're running out when there's 10%, 20% left.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, right now, oh, nobody's coming to this event. Like,
right.
I don't want to know.
At the beginning, so when you're first registering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I don't know. That could be something worth looking into if it's not too hard.
We played around with that idea, and before we just did it automatically. We didn't let the user set it. And the feedback was, well, if I can't set it, I just want it to be explicit. But yeah, we could probably add some kind of like user settable number there that would change that. Wouldn't be too hard.
And then there is also the option. I know sometimes we don't want to limit it. It's awesome, again, to create that urgency, but sometimes when it is unlimited, you just want it to display that way. So we also have that option in there as well. You get to decide the quantity of each pass. So say, for example, you have 15 VIP and you have 50 regular, you get to determine and set that per pass that you're creating as well. So hopefully that can help in that way. But I really like that idea. We'll write it down for sure, and we'll look into that as well. Being able to set a percentage, that's a really awesome idea.
Cool.
Some, just really quickly, we're almost done, but some tips and tricks from industry experts that they say on how to optimize your event page for maximum impact. We've talked about Event Penguin and how it's a seamless, awesome experience that's user-friendly. But these are some tips and tricks just event planning wise for making that event page and that event registration page really beautiful and eye-catching and exciting for people to actually want to attend the event. So here are some of the tips that I have found from event industry experts. They say one of the top things you want to do is create clear and compelling event descriptions that's going to engage the attendee and get them to want to click on that registration button. Obviously, user-friendly registration is a huge plus if people can actually do the thing they came to do, which is register for an event instead of getting stuck in traps. That's going to be way more beneficial. Customer support is another awesome one. There are a lot of registration tools out there that don't offer a lot of customer support. We're small, but we're fanatic about helping you. We want to make sure your events are successful. And so that's another great way to optimize that event page and make sure that you're using it to its maximum. We know the ins and outs of the platform. And so we can help you as you are trying to create that. Another way to optimize your event pages for maximum impact with attendees is offering different kinds of discounts and promotions, which we also allow on Event Penguin. Again, this is just a way to kind of gamify the experience and create that sense of urgency, create that different kind of tier level between what you're going to get with the event and your different kinds of passes. Personalization is also awesome, not making it feel like everything came from chat GTP, making it feel like those people are actually going to come and connect with your brand and you is another amazing way to actually get people to be excited about your event. And then eye-catching visuals are awesome. And there's lots of great tools out there today to create that. So these are just some simple things that you probably already know, but I think it's good to be reminded there's simple ways to optimize that event page to really get people interested in attending your own event. And that's honestly all we have today. We have a little bit of time for any other questions you have, Tobin. But like I've said multiple times, like I think it's so admirable what you're doing with UBC. And I think events are an essential way to create that community. Like you're saying, like there's something special about that face-to-face communication versus just over Slack or Discord or Telegram or whatever it may be over Zoom. Being able to create relationships is how you build a business. It's how you build a brand. And so we want to help you build your community through Event Penguin. We wanted to provide you with a platform that can elevate that event, make it super simple to create those, to manage it, and to build your community. So we're excited to help you with that because I know that can kind of be a scary thing to jump into. But I invite you to jump in, leverage Event Penguin, leverage us. We love to help. We have a Discord as well. I'll send you the details for that. That's where you can get support and updates, and you can actually talk to the developers and have them work with you if you have ideas or if you need something immediately. It's really simple. You can also sign up for free. As you already know, you already have for Event Penguin, but just jump in there, experiment, play around in it, start running some events, and then please let us help you build your community. I'm really excited. Do you have any questions for us about the platform or anything event related?
You might have covered this. I don't recall. But one of the things that I've come to appreciate is like an automatic email or text, even better. Just like, hey, congratulations, you registered or whatever. Is that something you guys
Yeah,
have?
we've got emails. We don't do texts right now, but we want to add that in the future. For right now, we have email communication that goes out for a few various things. When you register, it's going to say, hey, congrats, you registered. Here's your information. Here's your class. Here's the event page again. Here's some additional details you might need to know, like date, time, place, that kind of stuff. And then the day before an event, it's going to say, hey, you have an event tomorrow, to remind people. An hour before, it's going to say, hey, you have an event in an hour. So make sure you go to it, attend. And then if you change any details after someone has registered, they will also get an email saying, hey, just so you know, this event date changed, the venue changed. Like that way, obviously, if you make changes, because I know sometimes there are last minute things, there's good communication with them there.
Yeah, so we just helped host one. UBC helped host a family office event downtown Salt Lake, and they used like I mentioned already to you. I mean, I don't know why, but all of a sudden, this website Luma is taking over. I feel.
Yeah, we've heard of Luma. They're awesome.
They're not local, are they? Like, where are they from? Why is everybody?
San Francisco.
Yeah, they're from California. Some of the founders worked on YouTube and Airbnb and things like that.
Okay.
And they've been going for a few years, and they're just really starting to pick up traction. But I think the reason people are interested in Luma, especially right now, is because Eventbrite just became really expensive and it's pretty clunky and hard to use. And Luma is more of a modern registration experience, which is what we're hoping to do as well. We're like, we're gonna come into this industry. There's so many events happening. Silicon Slopes is trying so hard to grow. So we're excited to offer another seamless, really frictionless modern experience like Luma. Well,
I mean, honestly, so that makes sense. They're San Francisco, they're techies, and all these guys. A lot of the meetings that I'm doing these days are with or for techies. I'm not a techie, even though I'm apparently the executive director of this group. That's but man, we should totally be like supporting local, right? And supporting our own local technologists or whatever. So
we're excited now that we've released version 2. We're going to hit it really hard because, like you said, like Silicon Slopes is Utah, and we're excited to be like, use the Utah tech that's here to build your communities through events.
Yeah, totally. And I don't have enough experience. I mean, I was just helping to host, and so I wasn't the primary in charge. And like I said, my one of my buddies was using Luma, and he would go in and make a change. But yeah, I mean, we were going to use this super fancy, my friend's really fancy office on the 21st floor of this brand new building. But we were stressed out in part because like it wasn't going to be done. It wasn't going to be ready, but we were going to try it anyways. And there was a backup office, like a conference room. But sure enough, last minute we had to make that change. And I don't know if Luma had a way to like, to
notify people
like that. Yeah. So anyway, a little bit of a bummer, but we're definitely planning on having a lot of events at this particular location now that it'll be done soon.
That's awesome.
So anyway, but yeah, we totally needed something. Maybe Luma had that. I don't know, but if you guys have that option, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's automatic. Anytime you make a change, it will let people who have already registered know. And then obviously it's going to change on the registration page. So for anyone who has not registered, it will show up on the registration page for them.
Oh, interesting. Now, we were definitely editing the event page somewhat. I mean, our agenda had slightly changed, adjusted. Some people couldn't fly out last minute and that sort of thing. Will every update even like a typo be sent out to everyone, or you can select what updates are public made?
Austin can chat a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So like what kind of specific changes are you talking about? Just like saving things to your agenda without them being published yet?
So I guess an easy example would be like, I think it's on LinkedIn where you can click a button and say, yes, update the community about this change, or don't make a public announcement. Don't announce it to everyone, just when they go and click on my profile or go and click on the event in our situation, they'll see the change. So like if there's a one word change, I might not want everybody to get an email, but if there's a significant change, then I might want them to get an automatic email. So does that help?
So as of the moment, when it comes to automatic emails, it's mostly just the really important event details, like, we switched locations or we changed the time. But it won't notify people about like over email automatically about like the pass options or anything like that. That being said, we do have Zapier integration, and we're working to add more abilities with that as well. And what's cool about Zapier is it can automatically run things for you whenever something happens in your event. So if you wanted to send out reminder texts, that is absolutely something you could do when someone signs up to your event through Zapier. And, that stuff could be made a lot easier as we continue to add more of those Zapier features. So.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, so like Austin said, it's going to be the big things, location, date, time, that it's going to alert people like, hey, your event date is now on a different day. It's at a different time or a different location. As far as, like you said, the small things like a description or a typo or whatever, it's not going to alert them for those. But that Zapier integration is really awesome as well that Austin talked about. That's on our subscription model. So we have our free version of Event Penguin and we have the subscription, and I can send you the pricing link so you can read more about that. I don't want to bore you with that right now, but Zapier is a great tool for you to be able to connect to your CRM and do some of those automated marketing tasks that Austin was talking about.
Yeah. On top of that, it'll help you integrate with your own CRM if you want to do that. And we have some similar to CRM features like newsletters. It's a very basic newslettering feature, but if you don't want to use a CRM and you just want to say, hey, I want to update everyone who's going to this event before it happens with my own personalized message, it's super easy to do.
Sweet. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you.